Today I test out a new film company and talk about one of the ways the film shooting community can do our part to help support Black Lives Matter and things like that. If you're interested in film photography, stay tuned. So a few weeks ago, I mentioned that I'd be kind of touching on this subject. It all started when everyone started posting those black squares. Obviously, it was to show solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. But one of the things I think that was kind of swept under the rug was you were also supposed to support black business during this time. So what I ended up doing is I ended up going to a website called We Buy Black, and I just looked up photography. And the first thing that came up was this brick-a-dope disposable camera. And I was like, whoa, this is interesting. And I went to their website and I found out they're here in Los Angeles. So I was really excited. I'm always excited to find a new film company. I ended up reaching out to him and purchasing one of his disposable cameras. I also purchased some develop and scanning. So I just think this would be a huge way for film shooters to help support black businesses. And I ended up doing a little bit of research on finding other companies that are black owned for film shooters. Very specifically, I only found two. I found Brick-a-Dope here in LA, and I found Manual Cameras in New York. I purchased one of their disposables, shot with it, sent it back, so I will be doing a video on that. But I also found some other companies that maybe don't make film products or photography products, but could be helpful to us. So I found this one business that they typically sell hip hop backdrops, but you can send them your own image and they'll print you your own backdrop. I'll leave a link to them down below. And then I found a gentleman in Oakland who has a studio that you could rent and you can shoot in. You know, there's obviously black-owned production companies and black-owned photographers everywhere. I was really just specifically looking what would be used for the film shooters. But I would definitely check out this website called We Buy Black. There's a couple other aggregate websites too that help with this that I'll leave in the description as well. Now, in saying all of this, I'm going to be very honest with my review of Brick-a-Dope. The thing is though, I loved this product. First off, it's packaged amazing. I've never been more excited to open a package of a disposable camera in my life. And the cool thing I think about this is that none of the stuff is like crazy expensive. Like he or she got good paper. They use Scotch tape. I mean, they definitely went with the theme of a brick of dope. You could tell a lot of thought and effort went into packaging it, and it just made me really excited to open it and go out and shoot with it. So my girlfriend and I ended up going to a cabin in Wrightwood. It was owned by one of the miners who worked at one of the mines, and the first thing I noticed when I opened the package is just how solid the build is. I mean, you get disposable cameras all the time. They're kind of flimsy. They're not meant to really last a long time, but this one is durable. It's made with really thick plastic. I threw it in my pocket because I was just so confident in it, like it wasn't gonna break through hiking. It's just a really well-built camera, very sturdy. It doesn't seem like one of those cameras where you can just buy and then customize like the label on it. Like this looks like it was specifically designed for the company. I really liked it. The instructions are on the back. There's a bunch of like fun wordplay about drug dealing and stuff like that. It's a really great product. So then it was time to bust this brick down and take it out to the streets. It was really cool. It was a really cool miner's cabin. I got some really interesting shots there. I will say there was some kind of like moire or just extreme blurriness on each ends of the lens, on the top and bottom of the lens on some shots. This might be because it's a plastic lens, but it also might be because I had it in my pocket and there might have been some sweat on the lens that got on the top, because I see it pretty prevalent in some shots and then I don't see it at all in others. So I don't really know what happened there. It might be the lens, it might not. Just something to look out for. And the only other thing is, in order to get the flash, you have to press and hold the button, which is a little weird when you go to take the picture while you're pressing another button. It's just like, it takes a second for your mind to connect with that. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too difficult. And I only really used the flash once, so. So once we got done checking out the cabin, we hiked back, but the hike to the cabin was so short that we just ended up going on another small hike just to check out a little spring that's there up there in Wrightwood. It's only like a 1.5 mile hike. So I got some pretty cool images there. We checked out the spring. And then we headed down. Then we went and just got some food. Restaurants were starting to open up at this point. They have since closed down. It was a fun trip to Wrightwood. I also took some pictures with my Canon AE1 with just some Superior 400. And these are the images I sent to them to get them processed and scanned. I believe the cost to get the roll processed and scanned was $20, which is only $2 more than going to Sammy's here in LA. And that $2 got you so much. First off, they exported them as TIFF files. And these files were so much larger than you're gonna get at almost any camera store when you do this. I mean, for that extra $2, you get an exponentially better image. I have nothing but good things to say about it. I really was impressed with the scans. And that goes for the point and shoot as well. I mean, I think the camera itself is about $35 to $38, but you get everything processed and scanned as part of your purchase, and they're great images. Usually especially when you send in disposables, you know, they really give you like crappy JPEGs because they're like, it's just a disposable camera, it is what it is. But no, this company did it like really high quality images, and for editing it was awesome. I could bring down the highlights, I could bring up the shadows. There was so much dynamic range on each of the shots, even for the point and shoot. I mean, I really can't speak highly of it enough. It was awesome. I had to take some stills at work of some vests, and I took some shots with my AE1, and I took some shots with the point and shoot. They came out great. This is something I kind of want to harp on. If I was starting out with a point and shoot company or a film company, this is how you do it, man. Great product, very durable. It was obvious they took pride in the scans. I've never gotten TIFF files back without having to request it and pay a decent amount of money more. You know, I always try and be fair in my criticisms, but I also like to give credit where it's due. And this is how you start a film company. I'm only going to purchase my disposable cameras from Brick of Dope or Manual in the future, because I'm so impressed with this company. I think hopefully we're going to be working together in the future on some stuff, and I look forward to that. I also got some product shots here of their product. I wanted to have more drug dealing jokes in this, but I guess like that's not really my thing. Definitely check out Brick of Dope. Definitely support black businesses. If you know of any black photography companies or black businesses that sell photography stuff, please leave a comment down below. I would rate Brick of Dope 5 bricks out of 5. I can't recommend it enough. And they seem like great people from the communication I've had. So support black business, support black film businesses. And I just want to thank one of my fans sent me one of these muffs for my microphone so I don't have to keep using socks. His name was Alex Withery. Check him out on YouTube. He hasn't posted in about 10 years, but I don't know, maybe he'll post again soon. If you have worked with Brick of Dope or are interested in working with Brick of Dope, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Alright, thanks. Bye.